Hello snowboarders of the internet, I'm your host Avran LeFeber, and in this video we're going to be reviewing the new Telos Backslash. This board features Telos's set back camber with nose rocker, which is just directional cam rocker. So you got rocker in the nose, camber underfoot. This is going to give you the load and pop of traditional camber, while you're going to get the ease of entry in and out of turns from that rocker, as well as optimal powder float. This board is available in 143, 148, 153, and 158. I rode this board at Steamboat Ski Resort with overcast skies, moderate to high winds. There was like heavy chunder snow, ice. I think it might have rained on the lower mountain, and then there was fresh light powder at the top of the mountain, wind-blown powder, little more ice and chunder, and I rode it with my Rome Black Label bindings and my K2 Thraxis boots. This board has that standard middle of the road, volume shifted, predictable flex to it. It is directional, so you do get a little bit more flex in the nose where that rocker section is, and then it's stiffer through that camber section with a noticeable amount of torsional give, but it's not overwhelming or crazy demanding. When it comes to stability, pretty much the camber section and the width are where all the stability is. You are going to get some flap out in the nose. You will feel some of that reverberation under the front foot, and in really rutted out terrain, that nose will bend back and kick you around. You can get knocked around with this board in super rutted out terrain too as well. Underfoot, it's just the shaping of it and everything like that. So keep your knees bent, but otherwise it's still a fairly stable board. The camber section is mellow and it takes next to nothing to get it to load up and engage with. So you load it up, you pop, you're gonna send it. You don't have to worry about it. It's a board that still has a lot of snap to it. You don't have a lot of tail to really press off of. So if you're trying to launch off your back foot, pretty much that's coming all directly underfoot, so be aware of that. When it comes to buttering on this board, you do have more rocker in the nose, so you want to get your weight out over it, and when you do, that camber section will fight you. You're going to notice a little bit of rigidity, a little bit of responsiveness from it, so when you press into it, make sure you keep your weight ideally over that front foot and out towards the nose. That way it'll stay locked in. With the tail, you got really nothing to work with back here, so it's high-speed wheelies, or when you do get sideways, you're pretty much sitting on the outside of the binding, and that's it. What's nice about this board is it's a surfy, carvy cruiser pow board. It's just an amalgamation of a bunch of things. So when you do engage a turn, you engage it outside the front foot. That's really where it will lock in and steer from, but then once you're on edge and carving, you notice that you drive it from inside the front foot back. That's really that optimal spot where you're carving with it. You can set this board over on edge, lay a Euro carve, spring right back out of it, get back over on the other edge. It's nimble for its width, unless you've got like a size 6 foot, then you might have some issues. Overall, it's a fun board for just ripping around the mountain, laying trenches when you want to, or just being mellow and doing swoopy little surfy carves from one side of the trail back to the other. Who's this board for? The resort ripping freerider that wants to downsize and have a volume shifted deck. This board is always a blast to get on. It rips carves, it floats well in the trees, it floats well in wide open pow for the most part. It's just a deck that you can go lay surfy turns, get on that back insert pack and just really spray your turns around. It's playful where you need it. It's a little more versatile than I think people think when they first see it. It's a personal favorite of mine. I actually own one, and in all honesty, nothing's really changed with it since the last time I rode it. I just wanted to update the review because I like this board that much. Comparable boards: the LibTech Orca, the Ride Super Pig, the Kemper Apex. Binding recommendations: the Rome Vice, the K2 Lean AT, the Bent Metal Transfers. This has been my review of the Telos Backslash. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you own one? Are you going to buy one? Leave me a comment down below. Let's have a conversation about this snowboard. If you're new here, remember to subscribe, click the bell, get those notifications. That way you're not missing any of the videos we got coming out for all you snowboarders of the internet. And if you really like what we're doing over here and you want to support us further, swing on over to Angry Snowboarder VIP and become a member. I could tell you more here, but I got a video over there that explains it so much better. As always, I've been your host, Avran LeFeber, and I'll see you in another video.